Let's get straight to the point. XRP is now one of the top crypto holdings in Singapore, according to the latest Independent Reserve Cryptocurrency Index for 2025. This report reveals something quite significant. Singaporeans are not just aware of XRP, they are increasingly buying and holding it. In fact, XRP now makes up 17% of Singaporean crypto portfolios, which is a 3% increase from last year. This is a big deal. It places XRP among the most owned altcoins in a country known for its progressive crypto adoption. And the question we're exploring today is, why is this happening now? And more importantly, what does it mean for the future of XRP? Now, the report comes from Independent Reserve, which is Australia's oldest and largest crypto exchange. The data was collected through Milieu Insight, a respected market research firm. They surveyed 1,500 Singaporean residents about their awareness, trust, and investment behavior in crypto. And the results? 94% of Singaporeans are now aware of crypto. That's almost everyone. Of course, Bitcoin remains the most recognized, known by 91% of respondents and held in 68% of crypto portfolios. But what's new here is how rapidly altcoins like XRP are gaining ground. Let's break it down. Aside from Bitcoin and Ethereum, XRP saw the second highest increase in ownership among all altcoins. It went from being in 14% of portfolios last year to 17% this year. For comparison, Ethereum rose from 41% to 48%, which is a bigger absolute number, but XRP's relative growth shows strong momentum. Other coins like Solana and Dogecoin also saw increases, but they were smaller. So, something is clearly driving this renewed interest in XRP. One explanation could be the ongoing global shift in XRP's image, especially after progress in the U.S. legal case involving the SEC. There's a growing perception that XRP is back in the game, and investors in Asia-Pacific seem to be paying attention. In fact, this isn't just happening in Singapore. Bitso, a major Latin American crypto exchange, reported that XRP outperformed Ethereum and Solana in portfolio allocations among Latin American investors in 2024. So we're looking at a wider trend. XRP is becoming a preferred choice across different regions. But why now? What's behind this increased trust in XRP? One key factor could be the rising awareness of stablecoins and real-world utility, and that brings us to RLUSD, Ripple's new USD-pegged stablecoin. According to the same Independent Reserve report, 46% of Singaporeans currently hold or have previously held stablecoins. Of these, 83% prefer USD-pegged ones. Now here's where things get interesting. Fiona Murray, Ripple's managing director for the Asia-Pacific region, explained in the report that RLUSD is not just a trading asset. According to her, stablecoins like RLUSD are now transitioning beyond just a trading tool and are increasingly used in cross-border payments and DeFi ecosystems. Ripple's RLUSD has already surpassed $310 million in market cap within just a few months. That's fast adoption, and it signals strong interest in real-world use cases beyond speculation. So we're seeing a pattern. Investors in Singapore and in other regions are moving toward assets that combine speculative potential with actual utility. XRP, together with RLUSD, seems to fit that model. But let's take a step back and ask, is this just hype, or is there real long-term growth potential here? On one hand, XRP still trades far below its all-time high. That could mean it's undervalued, or it could suggest that skepticism remains, especially after years of legal uncertainty and stagnant prices. However, the numbers are shifting. As mentioned earlier, XRP is being added to more portfolios, and the launch of RLUSD provides new infrastructure that could drive usage. And let's not forget the bigger picture. According to Ripple's projections, the stablecoin sector is expected to hit $1 trillion by the end of 2025. If RLUSD can capture even a small percentage of that market, and XRP remains a core part of Ripple's broader ecosystem, there's real upside potential. Of course, we should stay cautious. Holding XRP now isn't a guarantee of massive returns. But when a country as tech-savvy as Singapore starts increasing its XRP holdings, it's a signal worth watching. To wrap it up, XRP's growing popularity in Singapore is driven by a few key things. Increasing legal clarity, the launch of a practical stablecoin in RLUSD, and a broader shift in how crypto investors think, moving away from pure speculation and toward utility. The question for all of us is, are we paying attention early enough? Thanks for watching. And if you found this breakdown useful, feel free to subscribe and follow along as we track how XRP performs in this fast-moving market.